going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now, we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. Right now, as I'm doing this video, we are pulling back. Don't forget, yesterday, guys, we had futures. So we did get a decent pullback. Now, don't forget the weekend, we're the only game in town. And again, guys, we have Hester Pierce playing the Hegelian dialectic. She's running it at the last minute. We have Hester Pierce speaks against library enforcement action. Says that the market could have decided. And we can clearly see regulation is definitely coming. We see the mainstream media turning for crypto instead of against it. So the SEC is using Hester Pierce to play the Hegelian dialectic. She was against all the SEC enforcement. The SEC should have been approved a spot Bitcoin ETF. And like I stated, she's coming in at the end saying these things. After all the interviews, it was always, I don't have any comment. I really can't speak on that. And now all of a sudden she's speaking against the SEC. Don't fall for it. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, don't forget who writes her check. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. On Friday, we had yield rates slightly pulled back. We had the dollar slightly down. Right now in crypto, we have volume slightly down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $1 trillion. And we'll see if it gets below that while we have Jerome in the house. Don't forget, guys, Jerome Powell is in the house to speak this week. And we pretty much know what he's going to say. He's going to be data dependent. They're not going to be making any moves as far as rates is concerned because we clearly see the bond market is doing it for them. But we know they like to have the markets looking decent while Jerome Powell is speaking. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, we know the NWO are the master magicians. And we have so many events going on. Like I told you what would happen in the fourth quarter. I know a lot of you may be new to the channel and say, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But those who've been with me from the beginning or have my NWO book understand. The crypto teacher brings you into the light and gives you the truth. Nothing but the truth. Yes, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. But with all these distractions, we know the goal. And that's the fourth industrial revolution, where they want the robots, algorithms, and drones to take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we know they're going to dangle that carrot in order to get CBDCs in. And then also to bring in AI and the machines, they're going to sell you that it's going to make you smarter, stronger. So therefore, you become a superhero. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sending about $26.6 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have Van Eck predicts that Solana price rally by 2030 could be over 10,600%, and says that Solana could outshine Ethereum. And we know in order for that to happen, something big would have to go down. I like Solana, but I definitely don't see it overtaking Ethereum. Now we have Google commits $2 billion in funding to AI startup Anthropic. And guys, don't forget the funding that FTX made to Anthropic that's not even coming up. You're talking about hundreds of millions of dollars. So guys, the banks are the biggest what? And we know FTX was acting like a bank. Only thing you have to do is trace the money and the hundreds of millions of dollars that were going places to fund different projects. Now, speaking of AI, we have how major German firms like Mercedes are using NFTs. And they want to take everything from the real world and put it in the virtual world. So when you have companies with plenty of history or any type of memberships, you're talking about digital art, fashion, the communities, exclusive memberships, access to different events, all that is going to be digitized and put in the metaverse. And once it goes into the metaverse, it's not even real. These corporations could be making plenty of money on something that really doesn't even exist. And we already see the example in games like Roblox. And then lastly, guys, we had Chainlink get a 61% weekly gain. And guys, we know Chainlink is linked to Swift and a lot of other major projects. But the main one is Swift. They're giving Swift the all-seeing eye, and they have the perfect name. They're linking all these blockchains, and we know the NWO is going to have all this data. So basically, they'll be able to know you better than you know yourself. Remember, whoever owns all the data runs the world. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get home stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID 33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.